Hello guys, Jason again, talking to you again from the future. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and review the session for today, January the 7th, 2026. Honestly, like the ES has been a really hard to read, at least for myself, or it's just really slow. It trades between a range at the opening and then later in the day, like around 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Like that's whenever you start seeing like the actual movements of the S&P. So I just run impatient and I started not taking trades just because of it. However, there were some really good setups that could have played out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go over them right now. And if you watch my live stream that I published this morning, you would have seen the key levels that I was watching for, right? So just to give a little bit of context, we're gonna go ahead and go into the 1 hour time frame. So there is this level um, that I was watching. I didn't think it was gonna be like a really strong level or something like that, but it just caught my eye. So this level comes from the overnight session on Friday, the 26th of December, about 10 days ago, 11 days ago. And if we go back down to the 5 minute, we see that on the previous session, like price was pretty much consolidating over here and we were not able to actually pass it, right? Once the market opens, I do start to notice that this level was breaking, but it was a failed breakout, right? So it dumps, then it comes back down to this level, and then it goes back up, it dumps, and right here is whenever we can possibly have the first trade of the day. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to replay. We're gonna put it right here. And something for you guys to notice right here on the volume profile is that as soon as we get this level broken up, and this is how you know whether this is a good level, not a good level, or a good setup for a break and retest or a break in a low volume node, is because you have a large engulfing candle. All right, and if you notice right here, like, yes, like, for, if you want to get fancy about it and everything like that, yes, you do have a fair value gap right here, right? However, the way that I use this is just by matching the volume from the volume profile. I don't really use the fair value gaps. I go everything based on the volume. So as you can see, we have a pretty good gap right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and highlight it, like as you can see right there on that big circle right there. So my thesis was, okay, so we've broken this level. Either we keep going up and then we reject from here, or we retrace back to this low volume node, or we retest this level over here. Okay, so we're gonna go over the book map, and we're gonna speed it up a little bit. We're gonna speed it up. We're gonna speed it up. Right there, the level is gonna break. I think so. When did this happen? That happened at 10:42. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me. It's pretty up over here. Okay, so that's when the level broke. 40, and then 42 comes in, and boom. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So we cannot really see much on the volume profile from the book map. What time is this right here? 45. 46, 47. Okay, so my thesis was, okay, so we have this low volume node right here. Once we come back to this level, I want to see a pop. I want to see, absorption from the sellers. Um, and then the buyers taking control over. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mark this area right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a rectangle, and we're gonna mark it from 69.98 to 69.96.75. So that's gonna be the area that we're gonna be watching. So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Gonna slow it down a little bit. We're at 45, 46. Let's see what happens. So this happens at around 10:50. $49. You go ahead and extend this rectangle over here. Hmm. So we're gonna see how it breaks through those bits. So my plan was either here or here. So right here. So we're gonna see how it breaks right here. It goes in and then it pops. Watch. Wait for it, wait for it. Now right there, watch. It goes in right there and boom. Like you see that absorption right there. You saw that that bubble right there. And then boom. You see it right there? So right there, it could have been already enough confirmation for us to get in. Look and check it out. And it's trying to go down, but look, it's actually going up. So at that point right there, we could have gone in. We could have just bought right here. And then a stop loss right here at 150 and take profit. We could have right here. And then if we let it play, it would have been a banger right there. We could have closed the position right here, and then it could have worked out in our favor right there. Okay, so that would have been the first trade of the day. Now, that was the first one. It comes off a low volume node. And how do I validate it? By this that I'm seeing right here. So we could have literally just entered right there. Okay. Now, the second trade, and this is the trade that would have been like a for sure thing, and I actually only got like 200 bucks out of it just because, again, I got emotional, would have been this trade. And let me share it with you right here. So we're gonna use the CVD for this one. And then again, what do we notice? Like we notice these highs right here. Let me go ahead and highlight them over here. With the brush, we have these highs right here, right? Keep in mind this is a supply level, the all-time high supply level. Then we have these highs right here, which are lower. And then we have these highs right here. And these ones right here are lower too. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and mark this high over here. So as you can see, these ones right here on price, they made an equal high. However, on the CVD, we do see a lower high. So right there should be more than enough confirmation for it. And right here, it's whenever we had the lower low. I mean, yeah, the lower low, no, lower high. And the CVD was actually matching that as well. So right here on this one, I actually took an entry right around here. I took an entry right around there. And then we're just gonna go ahead and let it play out. And as you can see, it was a beautiful reversal right there. And it actually ended up going all the freaking way down. Let me go ahead and exit the replay mode. I'm gonna go ahead and exit it. And as you can see, it went all the way down. And look, it is still dumping. Look, it dumped all the way. Like all the way. And it's still dumping. So definitely this was more of a trade rather than this one over here. If you ask me. So yeah, guys, those were the trades for today. Those were the sessions. Really valuable lessons for today's trading session. Again, like I'm gonna try not to get so desperate if I don't see a setup happening early in the morning. Okay, just because I mean something could have been out of it. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the session for today. I hope you guys liked the video. If you like this content, give a like, subscribe, and comment down below what else you would like to see from me. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.